Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, madam. We can hear you.
Okay, right. Okay, then. So, yeah. So we all are meeting online. So a good day for the usual online students, I think. Yes. So today because we all are online, right? So we then start. Yeah. So by the way, last week you all told you will be checking the answers to the case study. Were you able to look into that? Where's the chat? Can you see the chat option? For me, it's not available for this meeting. Do you have the chat option from your end?
Yes, madam. It's not like visible.
Not visible, ne, Buddha? Yeah. So usually that comes. Yeah. So then in that way, can't help. You all have to speak. And chat option yeah. Sometimes when the questions ask, yes, you can put the messages there. That's also fine. But unfortunately, for this meeting, the chat option is not visible. So yeah, you are in trouble. You have to speak up. Right. So yeah, about the case study. Any chance you got to look into them? And by the way, when you are logging in, please make sure you log in with your proper name or maybe with your student number. I think you have got the institute email ID. So if you are logging through that, it's not going to be an issue. We will be getting your exact student number. But if you are logging as a guest, please make sure you mention your name with initials or maybe the student number. Or else, when we are taking the attendance, it's going to be an issue. So yeah, so Harshani, we are going to be unable to figure out you, Buddha. So we know you, Harshani, but when you are marking the attendance, we may not be able to find you. So yeah, Udani, you too, Buddha. So can you all quickly maybe log out and log in again? So I think when you are logging in tasks, right, your name. So please provide your sorry, name with initial, so maybe the student number. And we have Sugit also. Yeah, so with the the surname is there, so fine, but make sure you are logging through your proper name. Student number fine, or maybe the name with initials. Or if you are logged in directly using your student email ID, that will be more fine, no any issues. Right, so please take some time for all the lectures. So make sure for all the lectures, whenever you are logging for a online, log in with the proper name. Right, so I guess there's no any uh, improvement for the case study of the last week. You all spent on practicing for the match. Okay, fine. එතකොට අනිවාර්යෙන් champions වෙන්න ඕනේ. Case study එකත් කරන්න නැතුව අපි practice කරලා තියෙන්නේ. So yeah, at least semi-final වෙනකන් හරි එන්න ඕනේ නේද පුතාලා? Yeah, let's see. Right. So so we'll keep that maybe in online also. It's hard to discuss the case study. So once we meet physically, we'll try to spend some time on it. So then keeping that, the IT infrastructure. So that's what we were looking about, these hardware trends, the software trends. And if we need to implement a system, information system, what will be the things we need to get to know? So we know the software itself is there. With that, the hardware and maybe the networks, the data, and even the people. So altogether, we have to make sure our infrastructure, the base is ready. So that's what we were looking into. So today from there, we are going to move into discuss about some challenges related with implementing the system. Or maybe we can even put it like some disadvantages. If you are using information systems, what could be the issues or what could be the disadvantages we are going to face? So that's what we will be looking today. So yeah, today's lecture materials also already there in the LMS. Hope you may have got them. So I will share the lecture material from my end. Then just we can start. So in between, if you have any issues or maybe technical issues could be, so from your end could be from my end. So yeah, please let me know. So anytime you can unmute and speak up. No any worries. Or you can raise your hands. So if I see that, then yes, I will ask about what you have to speak. So, or maybe even you can unmute and speak at any time. No any issues. Unfortunately, the chat option is not here. Definitely, you all have to speak. Right. So I will share the materials, this presentation. Then yes, we'll move on. Right. So yes, this is what we will be looking today. The challenges or the issues related with using these information systems. So there could be security related issues, ethical related issues, and even social related issues. So let's see what are these issues and or the challenges and how we can overcome them. Right. So this will be our learning objectives for today. So yes, we will be getting to know about this effect of information technology or information systems relatable to this security, ethical, and social related issues. What could be the issues? And what could be some strategies in order to overcome these challenges? So different security related or ethical, even social related challenges, what we can do to overcome them. So yes, we will be getting to know about them. And yes, commonly, so overall, at the end, we will be able to get to know as a business manager, as a professional, how we are going to reduce these harmful effects and try to optimize the beneficial effects or the advantages. Because yes, we know there are disadvantages or issues, challenges are there. But because of that, we can't say we are not going to use systems or we are not going to get the support from the technology. We can't. Nowadays, especially in this era, we could not because all are connected with the technology, not only businesses, even individually, even in our day-to-day life, technology is taking a big part. So yes, as we know, there are issues of, or even like today, so National Day neda අපිට national the Independence Day. Yeah, so no independence. Yes, we are in lecture. So thanks to the technology. So yes, even though maybe we think okay, transport issues are there. Okay, no any worries. We can get connected through the technology. So likewise, in day-to-day life, maybe our individual life or in our workplace, businesses, organizations, services, products, all the place this technology, the systems are there. So we can't say no. We have to use them. But as a professional, as a manager, we should be able to try to reduce those harmful effects. At the same time, definitely the benefits are there. So we should be able to optimize them. So overall, once we get to know about this, we will be able to get to know those points. Right. So information technology or maybe the system. So mostly, yes, even day to day for our day to day life or individually we are using, but mostly organizations are using. They are taking part of it. So why, if an organization is using, isn't the problem is only to the organization? Whether these challenges also only to the organization, but no. Yes, maybe only the organization is using a system, but that impact could be to the society. Or maybe one person is using a technology, a system, But that impact is not only limited to that one person, but maybe to the society or maybe to the people who are around them. So that's why IT challenges has been a common thing, not only for the people who are using, or not only to the organization, not only to the businesses, but today this IT or the issues, the challenges has been a common thing, a society-wide thing, or maybe a nation-wide thing, or a globe-wide challenges or issues it has been considered. So as we said earlier, yes, challenges are there, but as we know, definitely the advantages also there. So we can't say no. As a professional, we should be able to minimize the harmful effects and the same time optimize these beneficial effects. So IT technology or the systems, yes, we know, maybe the computers, if we think the computers, from 1950s, computers came into the place. Organizations started to use maybe those mainframes, the very basic ones, but they started. Then from that day onwards, as the benefits, these harmful things or the challenges are also there. Yeah, so like from the 50s, yes, these issues also came on with. But today, or maybe in this present era, why these IT challenges are playing a huge impact, or maybe why we are discussing about them, or whether the challenges, so as we know, technology has improved, it has advanced. Same way, the challenges also have increased, or we have to say the challenges also have advanced with the technology. So benefits also went up, the challenges, so the issues also went up. Because why? With these advancements, with these new things, yes, there are many challenges. So with the growing IT, challenges also grow. So we know the term big data. So earlier maybe we were just talking about 10 years ago data. Yeah. So today also we are talking about the data, but now it's big data. Why we call it big data? Because yeah, there are different features, or maybe there are some special features. One, the volume. So that means the quantity of data is now larger, not like earlier. So maybe early in an organization, if we get with what data they will be leading, will be working on with, maybe just the sales, how much sales went, how much money came, what is the cost, and at the end, what is the profit. Only that they will be considering. But today, an organization, yes, the sales data they will be considering, but more than that, they are now collecting the customer data. They do analysis on customer data and try to provide them services, recommendations, suggestions. So now it's a new set of data. Or maybe now they are collecting data about even the suppliers and analyzing and working on them. Or maybe about the competitors, what they are doing, they are analyzing those data. And even about their employees, what are their competencies. So about them, they are collecting data and working on. So now the variety of the data also, not like just everyday same sales data, income and outgoing, or the expenses, no. But now we collect a lot of data, so volume wise it's high, and even variety, so another volume, variety. So now we collect different data. At same time, this data's velocity is also high. So when we say velocity, the speed. So not like earlier, now in a fastest way, the data is being generated. So even just now we know when we are in the lecture, yeah, we record it. So yes, a data or maybe information we are generating. Or maybe when we do an online shopping, yes, thousands of people getting connected and data is being generated in a very fastest way, not like earlier days. So now the speed of the generation or generating this data collection also has been speed up faster way. So the velocity is also high. So because of these different reasons, maybe the volume, the variety, the velocity, we are calling now, we are working with big data. So as much as the data has advanced, the challenges, issues working with this data, or maybe the safety of this data, or what different ways we have to analyze this data, that also has increased, or maybe in that way also issues has increased. So that is the reason now with the growth of IT, challenges also have grown. And the other one, yes, we know the second one, the social media. So social media, yes, a good platform. So now mostly the marketing, digital marketing, everything happening. Yes. So as much as a good thing or maybe a marketing, a promotion is being done through the social media, we know even the negative things also spread very much in social media. We call viral. Rather than sometimes the positive things, the good things, if there's a error or maybe if issue happens, a negative thing, we know they go very viral on the oh man, so they are going to share it, they are going to send it to others. And yes, so social media good
Excuse me,
for
madam.
mainly. Yes, Buddha.
Which slide you are referring?
So it's a slide which says about big data, social media, BYOD. Should be the
I
fourth
think
slide, Buddha.
I think it's not moving, madam. Now it's okay.
Okay. I will try to share it again. Thanks, Buddha.
Okay.
Yes, so Jay Shant, you have raised your hand in order to tell this. Okay, so when the
So,
slide is
no, sorry, teachers, by mistake.
okay, so when the slides are there, I can't see the if the hands are raised on. Okay, I'm sharing again. It was the fourth slide, right? So we'll see. Right. So yes, the social media. Yes, as we were saying, as the good things get popular, or maybe rather than the good things get popular, spread to the social media, the negative things or the bad things they get popular. So we very much know, maybe in an organization, maybe something happens and quickly, maybe a small video, but it get viral, it get shared by many and many. And just we also believe අනේක comments බලනවා ඒක බැලුවම අපිත් හිතනවා හරි කියලා. Sometimes yeah, so sometimes we maybe not add, maybe may add a good idea about that by social media එකට ගිහින් post එකක් බලලා ඒකේ comments ටිකෙදි අපි කියවනවානේ මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා argument එක බලන්න යනකොට at the end maybe we also think yes, this is bad. So these things happen because social media is very much transparent, or maybe kind of we can't say there is any limitation because it's my social media account. I'm working on it. ඒකට තමයි නේ දැන් මේ online safety bill එකක් ගෙනල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. Yeah, again, don't know whether it's going to be good. Yeah, we can't say so. Let's hope it's for the good. But independence, the freedom, ඒක කොයි යනවද දන්නේ නැහැ. So yeah, both freedom is for the good, but when people are misusing the freedom, yes, that's going to be a great effect. So social media is something similar to that. Yes, there's a freedom, we can use it, but sometimes it could be used in a bad way too, or maybe in order to put a business down or to create a bad impact, negative impact. Yes, maybe we could. So yes, with the growth of the social media, so we are not, when we say social media, it could be no, so it could be from the all the platforms, the social media platforms. As much as they have grown and supporting the businesses, the challenges also have increased with the social media. So that is there. Then yes, we know about this third one, the BYOD. So now we got to know about that. Bring your own device. So yes, with this mobile hardware or the mobile digital platform, where now the hardware is also moving, not like earlier days. It's also now flexible. It's also now mobile. So that because of that, we know we have asked the employees to bring their own device to work. But that bit, I think we discussed this already. What are the good things? And at the same time, yes, it's a new concept. Good things are there. the bad impacts or kind of the negative things, the challenges also there. So yes, with the growth of IT, with the advancement of the systems and IT, the challenges, the issues, the problems also have arisen. So yes, we should be, that's why we are talking about the challenges and what maybe we can do. So these challenges from these systems or technology, we can put them into these different ways. So maybe we can categorize them. Some are privacy related challenges, some are crime related ones, working conditions related one. Then there are effects even to the individuality of each and every person. Health related challenges, yes, we know, and even employment related challenges. So these 6 categories only we are going to look into today. What are these challenges and maybe what we can do. So yes, we'll start from the first one, employment related challenges. So yes, with IT, what is your thought? Employment, whether we have a good impact or maybe a bad impact. What do you think? Yes, Sudhani, I couldn't hear you clearly. I think you were trying to say. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear Udani's one. I can see you are unmuted. Right. So, yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't. Maybe my technical error, not sure. I couldn't hear Udani. Yeah, so anyone else, your opinion for employment? What do you think? There is a good impact or a bad impact? Definitely to the process, we can say it's good rather than we spend our time, effort. Now it's automated, easily we are done and dusted. Or in an easiest way we can do, or maybe in a fastest way we can do, or more analysis, or maybe advanced things we can do. So to our process, yes, it's good. But if you're considering the employment, maybe the job, the vacancy, the opportunities, then this automation, which gave us good things to the business, to the organization, but to the employee or to the employment, yes, the automation is going to be a threat. So maybe earlier we had 10 people in a account division in order to do all these accounts. But now with SAP or maybe a QB, we don't need 10 people. Only maybe 2 people enough just to enter the data or to press the buttons here and there or to take the decisions. We don't need much people. So automation is going to replace employees. So yes, that issue may be coming. So yes, this survey done by OECD, so it shows the risk of jobs getting automated. So yeah, the very first one, it says food preparation. Food preparation. So that means the chefs, those people are going to get automated with systems or maybe with robots. But yes, the survey says maybe so maybe the robots will now cook properly, food preparing the food. So then අපිට නිතාම අරියට ලුණුව ගානට දාන්න. නැත්නම් the chili to put correctly. Yeah, sometimes still we having issues. පොඩක් අඩු වෙනවා, වැඩි වෙනවා, issues වෙනවා. Yeah. But robot maybe 1.2 milligram correctly, maybe it will work on with. So tasty food, consistent tasty food without less low maybe they can cook. So yeah, there's a huge chance the food preparation, that industry is going to get automated and the jobs are going to be in risky. Then yes, we can see it's going on construction, cleaning. Those are good. Yeah, so little bit risky related jobs, maybe a threat to the life. So it's good if we can really automate them. But again, people who are in that industry who are doing construction work, who are doing cleaning work, they are in risk. Then driving, we already know. So now these self-driving cars has came on. So almost little by little moving on. So yes, in early days or maybe even in future, there's going to be a threat to drivers. Then agriculture, government already now started these automated machines to cut, to do the packings, those kind of the things. Even to the personal services or the sales, customer service or related now these e-commerce. So they are playing a huge thing there. Sales, no any salesperson needed, no even a shop is needed physically. So yeah, almost automated. So even the customer service. So now we have the chatbots, which the digital assistants, the virtual assistants, they are going to give us the service. So could be, and even in the administration, in the technology, science, yes, it's little by little moving into the automation. Even to do this big analysis or research, we are getting the support of the technology again. And healthcare, so now researchers going on to do the surgeries, so very these advanced surgeries with the support of robots, or even other for the other things they are starting on. Even hospitality. So to maybe now in future when we are going to the or maybe for a hotel, yeah, there will be these robots who will be catering us. So even yeah, when we say robots, so anyone from Seedua area? Anyone coming from Seedua? Or maybe Jayala or Kandana? නැත්නම් අපි පොඩ ඉස්සරහට එමු. Maybe Wattala or Paliagoda. So Nigambo Road. එම දාමුකෝ දැන්. So anyone from Nigambo Road? මේ කට්ටිය හැමෝම Gold Road. Candy Road and Gold Road. No one from Nigambo Road. තැනත් අමතක වෙලාද දන්නේ අපිට. කොයි ඉඳලාද අපි එන්නේ කියලා. Okay, fine. So yeah, I think there should be. Okay, so in Seedua, there is a cafe. I'm not sure whether you have, any of you have been there. Cafe robot. So I will try to show you the image. So if you get a chance, yeah, so cafe robot is there. So there, yeah, so still, so it's a kind of a still a, yeah, so this place, cafe robot. So robots are the waiters there. So it's in at Seedua. Giving a photo. This one, yeah, these ones. So yeah, nice robots are there who will be serving us. So yes, waiters. So to the moment there are still 2-3 waiters who are looking into that. But yes, mostly the waiters are the people who are bringing the food near for us. So Sri Lanka, so not somewhere else, here in Sri Lanka at Seedua. So if you get a chance, try to go to see to this cafe robot just to get the experience. So you can see just to get the experience. Then Havelock City එකට හැමෝම ගියාද? Havelock City Mall එකට? Who have not still went there? Can you raise your hands? For those who went to Havelock City Mall, can you raise your hands? අපි ළමයි එකට ගිහින්වත් නැද්ද? Okay. Then cricket match එකට එන කට්ටිය raise your hands. එකත් ආලා බලමුකෝ. ඒකත් එක්ක ඒකටත් එන්නේ නැතුව යයිද දන්නේ. Yes. Okay, so those who are coming to the cricket. Okay, people coming from here. Okay, 11 coming, or maybe the team is ready. Or team එක හරියට ගානට එනවා වගේ. 11 people. Okay, then what about the others? Cheering people, cheer girls and the cheer boys. It's around 13. Okay, good. Jayashant, aren't you coming, Puta? And Jayashant, then Matuna. Jayashant?
Hello?
Yes, aren't you
Hello?
coming to the cricket match?
Which cricket match, miss? It's coming, miss. This is coming, miss. Our cricket match. Yes, I am coming.
වෙන කොයි හරි cricket match තියෙනවද පුතා? By the way, I didn't see you at the Pongal event.
Actually, I was, madam, bit of, how to say that, actually, I was a
Okay,
bit of
fine.
outside. I will tell you personally, madam, when I able to come next class.
Okay, fine.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
But to the cricket match, so which cricket match කමක් නැහැ. මොනාරි cricket match එකකට definitely come. Okay, so yeah.
Yes,
Right,
yes,
so
teacher, sure.
so others also again. Oh, yeah, I can see 17 of you. Very good, very good. So next Sunday. Oh wow. Again, we do not have lectures. Yeah. So why we are cancelling the lecture? For you to participate to the cricket. So we have to be ethical. Yeah. So I can't force you, but ethically you have to take the decision. That's only I can say. Okay, right. So yeah, cricket අපි ආවේ Avlog City එකට ගියේ කවුද කියලා බලන්න. Okay, so likewise, if you get a chance, just go to this Cafe Robot also. So I'm not promoting, I don't know anyone from here, but to get the experience neither. Yeah, so in Sri Lanka, yes, robot waiters are there. So likewise, customer service, personal services, hospitality, yes, in future it's going to be full of these automated, or maybe full these robots, machines will be supporting us. And yes, even the upper management, or even in the politics, so that this is not meaning the president or prime minister we are going to have robots, but maybe to take the decisions, or maybe even the voting system. So now we know දැන් අපි vote කරනවා, ඒකේ පෙට්ටියට මාරු වෙනවා, so many issues, but maybe we can come up with this digital voting systems, or even when the decisions being taken, or when the infrastructure related things, everything, even in the management decisions, or even in the politics, yes, we can go with the system. So maybe we can automate. And just last but just not least, even the teaching has a risk of automation. So yeah, not only I mean kind of everyone. So we can see here, like all the industries are into it. So from the management to the operational level, to the production related, to the service related, everyone are almost here. So yes, teaching maybe in future, maybe not a human, a lecturer is going to come to you all to teach. Yes, maybe again a robot is going to come to teach you all. Or maybe even now, maybe we can't say robots, but kind of this distance learning are there. So kind of maybe all the lecture materials, the videos, everything is uploaded. So you no need to come maybe from far away place. You can just study by yourself, kind of self-study. And yes, you sit for the exam. So those things also happening. So one time I will be asked to prepare the lecture material and a video. Then they will keep uploading it, and they will be doing their job. So yes, even teachers or teaching have the risk of this employment risk when automation is coming on. So yes, that a big impact is there. So again, this also another graph, another survey shows this. So starting from 19 to 37, 2037, we have a prediction. How about this automation of jobs? As we can see, machine operators, assemblers, so kind of this operational level, or we can say like the repeatable job. So they do the same job again and again. So there's a huge risk they get automated. And even the clerical works, or maybe even if you go to the craft related trade works, yeah, even there is a chance. And services, sales works, or technicians. And yeah, so it says there's kind of a 9% of chance managers, professionals getting automated. So me and you, but still we have a risk. A 10% of, or maybe a 9% of risk is there, where maybe as an accountant, as a manager, we, or maybe as lecturers, as teachers, to be replaced by systems. So yeah, the impact is there. So the solution maybe for the employment related solution, or the impact from the systems with the technology, individually maybe you and me can't do this. We may not be able to do anything, but as a nation, or maybe as global level, the alternative should be coming. Okay, we are automating this job. Then that particular person, maybe we have to offer them another way, or maybe we have to show them. So maybe, yeah, not maybe individually we can do this, but as a nation or together, we have to come with solutions what we are going to do for this employment issue. So maybe, so there are new employments, definitely. So these are kind of the traditional ones which we know, yeah, they are going to get automated, but definitely new opportunities, so new employments are going to be there. So we have to now train our people, maybe our children, into that. So that move needs to be taken, or else in future everything will be automated and humans are going to face a huge risk. So yes, technology good, but an effect is also there. So this is related to the employment. Then yes, we know the privacy related issues. So when we are using systems, when we are with the technology, definitely the privacy related issues there that we very much know. So maybe now you all have been given the institute email, okay, or maybe we have got the organization emails, then we are proudly using them. So when I once I got my CS Sri Lanka email, Anishanti, Simon at CS Sri Lanka, yeah, it's proud. Oh, CS Sri Lanka email කියලා අන්න use කරනවා. Yes, but what will happen for my email, or what is happening, that gets monitored because it the CS Sri Lanka domain, it goes through the server. So what I'm sending, what I'm receiving, what is my attachment, what has been written, everything, for whom, from whom, everything gets monitored. So ඉතින් කවුරුත් ඒ විඳලා බලාගෙන ඉන්නේ නැහැ මම මොකද යවන්නේ ගන්නෙ කියලා. But if there's a need, or maybe they have the right to check it or to monitor it. So in that way, privacy, yeah, so that problem is going to come. Oh, the other one we very well know, when we are browsing the websites. So when we browse the websites, they collect our data. So what is the tool, or maybe what is the software tool they are using to collect our data when we are browsing a website? Yes, have you noticed? They even tell us, oh, we are going to collect your data. හොඳ කට්ටිය තමයි කියලා තමයි collect කරන්නේ. So yeah, using what they collect the data? In websites. Have you noticed? Website එකට ගියාම yes, Pudha?
Cookies.
Cookies, yes, definitely, yes, correct, yeah. So using cookies, they are collecting our data. So all the websites, they have cookies. So mostly they are telling us we are using cookies. So yes, they capture the data. So what we checked, what we browsed, what we bought, cart එකට මොකද්ද දැම්මේ, ආයි remove කරේ, නැත්නම් cart එකට දාලා මාස ගණන් අතනම තියෙනවා, we haven't purchased everything. Or even not maybe an online store, even just a website. When we go on, what we clicked, so after that what we went, everything, how long we were there, everything is getting captured. So yes, it's for a good purpose. So after they are collecting the data, they analyze and they do take decisions, and they again give us the better service. But still, our personal information, everything is being collected through cookies in this website. So again, privacy. And another issue also could occur. So these two, using emails or maybe browsing a website, it's personally we. I mean, one email like a use karna, so my data is being monitored. I'm going for a website, so my data could be get captured by the particular organization. But there's another way. So we know our data could be in large databases. So maybe in our organizations or the government, or now we are in the institute. So yes, we collect and have these for different purposes. User data, customer data, supply data, likewise employee data we have. So these large databases, or maybe these centralized databases, there's a chance they could get hacked, or maybe people could steal the data from them. So our confidential information could get hacked, or they could be get stolen and could be used for this wrong things, or to do this fraud or injustice base they could be done. So that is not in our hands. So website, maybe we can say, okay, if I do not go to the website, my data is not going to get collected. But in these common places, maybe in a business or through the government, if our data is going to get being stolen, that issue is also there. Again, our private, our personal confidential information could get leaked or could be used in different ways, or in the fraud works. So that issue is also there. So what we can do, maybe sometimes as an individual or as a business, what we can do. So yes, mostly here we are looking about a business perspective as an organization, how we can protect the privacy. So one way, we can send emails using remailers. So we also may have sometimes got these emails which we can't reply. So mostly these news groups or maybe advertisements sometimes we are getting. So it's only a email. So it's email, but yes, we will be only receiving, but we could not reply to them. So how those emails are being sent? Through these anonymous remailers. So why we do that? To protect our email ID. So rather than I'm sending directly from my nishantini.simon@cs.sri.lanka email. So what will happen when I'm sending? You get to know my email, and yes, you will be replying, or you can share the email with others. That happens. So to hide my email, I can use a remailer. So then when I'm sending it through this remailer, it will just create a kind of a one-time email ID or something, or maybe do not reply like a name, and yes, it will send the email. So yes, maybe for many. So when an organization or maybe these top people are sending emails, they may be using this way. So their email could get saved, or maybe they can kind of hide their email ID rather than going into the public. So maybe one way. Or we know we can encrypt our messages, emails or messages. So this encryption, I think this word we are very well aware from WhatsApp. So once you are opening a WhatsApp chat, a new one, or maybe once in a while also, as I remember, it shows your online messages are encrypted end to end. So that means what happens? Yes, when I'm sending a message through online, that will get coded into another way. So maybe I'm sending like hello, but it doesn't run through the net, through the internet, HELL. Because why? In case if someone is going to hack it, someone is going to spy on it, they will be able to read my message. So rather than that, what will happen? It will get encrypted. That means it will be coded, maybe for some numbers, symbols, some letters. So even though someone is able to access that, they are unable to get to know the message. Just some codes, some numbers are there. So we are encrypting. And once it goes to the particular correct IP address to the correct receiver, then again it will be decoded. And yes, the particular person will be able to read the particular message. So that also we can do. But yes, again, maybe individually, I can't say, okay, my message needs to be encrypted. So that's why these organizations, or maybe the WhatsApp, so they have to encrypt, or our emails, maybe our Outlook, Gmail. So they have to encrypt our online messages. So again, somewhat we will be able to protect the privacy or the confidential information from third parties. So that is there. And yes, there's another way. So another way, or maybe another method, how our data information is being shared with others, maybe directly from these ISPs. So that means internet service providers. So sometimes we will be thinking, okay, we logged in internet. So all on not only these websites, they are capturing our data, but if you are going through maybe the dialogue broadband or maybe the SLT, they also know our data. So they also know what websites we went on, what we did. They also know, and there's a huge chance these ISPs, internet service providers, they sell our data. So maybe for these organizations, they sell our data. So what we can do, maybe again, not as an individual, but if as an organization, they can say our data do not sell to others. So they may be able to, other mailing list, or maybe for the marketers, do not sell our organization data. They may be able to, but maybe I can't go and say to Dialog, or don't sell my data to anyone individually. The personally I may not be, but maybe CA Sri Lanka can say, a pay network again through the data, the information which is being shared within our network, you do not sell it to them. So that maybe we can say so. So individually, maybe what we can do, yeah, maybe just a small attempt which we can try, maybe not reveal much about our personal data in online, or maybe on an online service. So AMI KLAN online, or maybe the social medias or online platforms use karanne epa කියන එක නෙමෙයි. Definitely we have to, but maybe not revealing too much, or maybe our personal data. So we should be having the limit. With the limit, definitely we can work on it. And now we know even the social medias, if we take, there are even different many options are there, where we will be able to protect our data. So maybe we can set accordingly only friends to be shared, or only even customize them. So kind of different ones there. In the way that maybe individually, me and you can do that when we are sharing, revealing our personal data. Little bit carefully, we may have to do so. So that could be a way we can do. So yeah, some ways. So some issues, or some privacy related concerns, and some small things, or maybe some things individually and as an organization, which we can do so. So yeah, the privacy related issue. Then yes, we'll see. Oh yeah, so in the privacy, there's we were talking about these cookies, or maybe where these organizations are collecting the data. So there are two ways, in a proper way to collect and use our data, or maybe we can say in a legal way, or maybe in an ethical way to collect and use our data. So two ways are there. One we call like opt-in, then opt-out. So in opt-in, what will happen? Before they collect our data, they tell us, okay, we are going to collect your data. Are you okay? So if we say yes, they will start collecting our data. So that is the example of these cookies. So in websites, when we are going to browse, when we are going to log in, yes, we know a pop-up message or maybe a message comes on. We are using cookies. So we can agree, or we can customize the settings. So maybe we can block the cookies. So there, what they do, they give us the opportunity, or they're telling us, we are going to collect your data. So yes, they are going to collect the data, but in a legal way, or maybe in a nicer way they do so. So that we call as opt-in. Before collecting the data, they are getting a consent. So yes, we agree, or we block, or we customize. That opportunity is given to the user. Opt-in before collecting, before going in. Then there's another way. Opt-out. Here what happens, they will collect our data and they will start using our data too. But they give us an opportunity. Okay, we started to use your data, but year after, if you do not like to use it, you can opt out. You can go out. So maybe you inform us, then we will stop using your data. So you can get out from this system or from the data collected. So opt out. So any examples which you know for opt out? Opting, yes, we know the cookies. Through cookies, we are able to. But could we opt out? That means they already start using our data. But they say, okay, if you need to stop using data, you tell us, we'll stop using your data further. This also maybe mostly we all may have experienced opt out scenario also. Can you think of any? So I think we all receive these advertisements through SMS. So SMS advertisements from even from the Dialogue, Mobitel, or maybe rather than different other even organizations, the businesses, yeah. So our data has been shared with them. Maybe the internet service providers has shared their data because they sometimes, yeah, some shops, yes, we have purchased. Or maybe we have given our number. So okay, so they are sending us message. But we may have noticed, right? Some businesses or some these advertisements we are not related at all. But still they have found our number and they are sending us the advertisements. They are sending us the messages. So how someone has sold our data? Maybe the internet service provider. Okay, so privacy. Right. So when this SMS advertisements coming, yeah, mostly what we do, we delete. කියවන්නෙත් නෑ. දැක්ක ගමන් delete කරනවා. But I think maybe in the early days we may have opened and checked on them. So when once you have checked them, you may have seen at the end. So once the advertisement is finishing at the end, they put a close. But they say advertisement SMS advertisement එකක් කියලා බලලා තියෙනවද නැත්නම් තියෙනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලන් ළඟ කියලා බලන්න. Now you may be having at your hands your phone. So yeah, just go check the if you have got any SMS advertisements, read them and come back. Phone එක තියාගෙනම ඉන්න එපා. Or maybe if you are logged in through Teams to the phone through phone, then it's okay. Yeah, so I think or maybe if now you do not have an advertisement, definitely you will receive. Once you receive, just check the advertisement, what does it says. So yes, we know it says mostly if you need to stop ad. So SMS maybe to 1122 like saying stop. So you may have noticed that. So if you need to stop an advertisement, yes, what we have to do, yeah, you have to message them stop that. So here what is happening, already they got our number from somewhere else and already they started to send us messages. But now still ටිකක් හොඳයි කට්ටිය. Still they give us a chance. Okay, we started to use, but if you need to opt out, if you need to stop being used, then send us a message. So this is a tricky way. මං දන්නේ නැහැ අපි කී දෙනෙක්ම message දාලා තියෙනවද කියලා. Stop that message එක. Yeah, we know, just we have to send it for 1122 or maybe for a number, but most of the times නේ අපි ඉතින් ටිකක් lazy නේ. ඒ message එක දාන්නෙත් නැහැ. We just delete and we move on. So it's a good thing to the organization. They keep sending us the same messages again and again. But yeah, still from their view, their side, they are ethical. They are giving us a chance. If you need, you log out. If you need, you opt out. So that is also a way when collecting and using data, because in order to reduce these privacy related, or maybe when people are coming with all these confidential information, yes, organizations may be using these methods. So one, opt-in. Before collecting the data, they ask the permission, or opt out. They already use, but they give us a chance. If you need, you can move out. So yeah, some ways how even this privacy in a better way, or maybe in a legal way, how the organizations are dealing with them. So yes, it's about the privacy. Then yes, we have a lot of computer crimes happening. So maybe sometimes we have been victims, or sometimes we may be the people, or we are the criminals who have done these computer crimes. So just check the computer crimes here in the slide. I hope you will be able to identify some of them, or most of them, where you have been a victim, or maybe you have been a criminal. පොඩ්ඩක් හිතලා බලන්න මේ computer crimes වල in which you were victims and in which you were the criminal. So don't worry, I'm not going to ask who are the criminals. But yeah, you just think, okay, මේක මං කරලා තියෙනවා, then I'm a criminal. Or මේකට මං අවු වෙලා තියෙනවා, so I'm a victim. Yeah, so you just go through the crimes and just have a look. Right. So hope you may have now found out how many times you have been the victim and how many times you have been the criminal. Right. So we'll just quickly go through this. So we know about hacking, cracking. So hacking we know maybe in an unauthorized way, getting access into another system. So most of the times the systems may have been hacked, so they may have gone down, or maybe they may be showing us, maybe in a website they may be showing us something else rather than the correct one, or the databases, the data information could be hacked and they could be stolen. So that could happen. So hacking, yes, we know. A third party in an unauthorized way accessing the system. Then just the second one, denial of service. So that may be mostly these IT administrators or IT people will maybe doing. So they may be denial the service. So they may be stop the service without any reason. So maybe just blocking, or maybe your LMS. We can deny the service. So yeah, just we are going to block all your LMS accounts. So you may not be able to access the LMS. So likewise, maybe stop the access to the systems, to the network. So could happen. So maybe again could be from inside the organization, someone may be doing that, or maybe even from a third party outside person, they can hack and deny the service, they can block them. That also could happen. Then yes, we have sniffing. So sniffing, we know sniff. So what is the dog sniff? Mostly can a dog sniffing? Yeah, the same idea. So when the data information is being passed through the online platforms, through the internet, what we try to do, we try to sniff and get the data or information from there. Because why we are specifically say we are going to sniff. So why we say like that? Because let's assume, okay, so in some few weeks or maybe in few months, we know, okay, your exams are going to come. So you all know, yeah, the lecturers will be preparing the papers, the exam papers, and just through an email, we are going to send it to the examination division. So you try to hack my email ID, okay, maybe, or maybe you know, okay, you are waiting, or you are going to get all my emails. You are going to collect the data. Yeah, I think මගේ email එක නම් hack කරන්න හිතන්න එපා වෙලා යයි. So per day we are receiving like sometimes 10, 15 or sometimes even 40 like emails we receive. Some are yes really important urgent ones, some are even just very silly ones, sometimes yes could be. So email එක බලන්න ගියොත් නම් paper එක හොයා ගන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. There are many other things being shared. So what you do, rather than you collect all my emails, you create a sniffing tool. So there we can put maybe a keyword. So you say when the emails are good, don't download and show me all the emails. So if the keyword exam or ESC paper is there, or maybe MIS, only those emails download and show me. So the third party or the hacker maybe only will be receiving those emails. So then it's limited. So likewise, we can sniff. So rather than we go and collect all the data, we put some keywords and we sniff only these important ones, so a very limited or maybe a less amount of data, and very specific data information will be hacked or will be collected by the third party. So sniffing, stealing the data. Then just the other one is there, the spoofing. Spoofing also, I think most of the time maybe we may have got been a victim, or maybe we may have received them. So someone is sending a message like someone else, so like through a fake account. So fake IDs තියන් ඉන්න කට්ටියක් මෙන්න spoofing තමයි. Okay, I don't know how many criminals are there who are doing this spoofing with their fake accounts, their fake IDs. Yeah. So same, maybe could be an email ID or could be through an account, or in either way, they act as another person and they try to collect the data. Or maybe mostly sometimes after my emails in where we receive emails from some countries, some email addresses which says, oh, there is a very ill person, I'm having cancer, I'm going to die, I'm having money, so I'm going to give it to you. Emails I hope you may have received. ඒකට ඒකෙන් මොකද වෙන්නේ, අපිට ඇත්ත කියලා හිතුවොත් ආනේ කියලා අපිට මෙසේජ් කරාම And maybe after few time, sometime they will say, in order to deposit the money, you have to open an account, or maybe you have to send us some money, or maybe this amount of money you have to send us. Or maybe the same way they can get some of our personal data. So they act as a fake person, or act as a real person, but in a fake way. So that is also a way this spoofing could happen. Then there's the cyber theft. So cyber theft also stealing data, information. So cyber stealing. So when we say cyber stealing, it's going to be the data information stealing. So data information stealing, again, could be from the databases or maybe from individuals. Yeah. And using it for wrong ways to do fraud, injustice things, or maybe selling those data, confidential data, to some others, maybe to the competitors. That is there. And then just here comes another one, maybe which we all fall as a, or maybe which we all are being considered as a criminal. Yeah, so what is it? Unauthorized use of computer systems and networks at work. So at work, at the organization, how we doing the company's works, the organization work, or are we unauthorizedly using them to our work? So ne අතනින් ඉඳගෙන තමයි assignment එකක් කරන්නේ. Or maybe looking into some personal things. So yeah, yes, it's a crime. Or maybe in an unauthorized way, another person's account is logged in. So we go through it and check on them. So these kind of things, yeah, could be a crime. And the software piracy යන්න තව එකක් එනවා, where almost you, me, we all may be a criminal here. So we know softwares, we have to use them with the license, or we have to purchase them. But yes, how many softwares we have without a license? I mean, without purchasing. Crack versions කියලා අපි කියන්නේ or maybe office package, a very well known one, the office package, whether we have purchased, whether we have bought the license, or we are using. So yeah, think ඔයාලගේ office package එක කොහොමද කියලා හිතලා බලන්න. And maybe some other softwares too, whether we have purchased them, bought the proper license, or we are using a crack version. So that is the software piracy. Then yes, another one comes here, theft of intellectual property. So here, cyber theft, we directly say stealing the data information. So here, the theft of intellectual property, so that means other people's idea, some others' ideas, thinking when we are stealing. Sometimes we are doing. Maybe when we are doing a assignment, a report, what we do, we steal data. Or maybe we can say like, we are stealing the intellectual property. Someone, we go for article, a website, copy, paste. And we put our name and we are giving. So there, maybe again, we all may have done this one. We are stealing a person's intellectual property, their idea, their thinking, we are stealing. So that is also a crime. And the last three, maybe we may have been victims to the last three, virus, or for the adwares, spywares, or viruses, we know they may steal that, sometimes crash the data, or sometimes they may lock them. And some viruses are there, they may lock the folders, and the people, or maybe the criminals, they may be asking us to send the, maybe they may asking ransomwares are there, where they may ask money to open the folders, those kind of things. So they are adware. Again, maybe sometimes when we are going to some websites, when we are clicking into some, these adwares could get downloaded, and unnecessary advertisements being generated. So that is also a crime, because maybe we, with our consent, so we go for a paid advertisement, we are looking into, it's different. But without any concern, this unnecessary amount of advertisements just being created, or maybe sometimes we may know, we click on one place thinking we are going to download, but it may lead us to another page, maybe for an advertisement. So these kind of things are wrong, crimes. and the spyware. So again, spyware also could get down, maybe installed to our computer system, and they spy. So mainly, maybe what are our passwords? So maybe the keyboard could get spied. What keys we are pressing? So they know, okay, we maybe for online banking, we open, so username, password we have to provide. So it will spy. Okay, username, what were the keys? What is the order? Password, what were the keys pressed? So they spy and they get those data. And yes, we know they can use them. So yes, different crimes there. I'm pretty sure we have been victims in some of them, and even criminals in some of them. So yeah, different computer crimes happening, organization wise or even individual wise, those are happening. So yes, the third issue or the challenge, the crime. So we talked about these three now. So we have talked about the employment and privacy and computer crime. So there are three more to discuss about. So we'll go for a small break. We'll take a small break. Then yes, we'll discuss about the rest of the three. And there are a few more also to discuss about. We'll discuss about them maybe after a 15 minutes small break. Right, so I hope you all are back from the break. So inform your friends also to join soon if they are on break. So we can start. Right. So yes, we were discussing about these challenges related with the systems or technology. So we got to know there are employment related challenges, so there's a negative impact to the employment. And yes, individuals or maybe even the organizations may be having these privacy related issues. And yes, crimes also could occur. So because of the crimes, sometimes we may be the victims or sometimes we are the criminals. So yes, we were talking about these cyber crimes related. Then yes, we will be looking about the other three. Right, so the working conditions related one. So when we are talking, yeah, the computer crime, then working conditions. So when we are discussing about these working conditions, so we can say with the systems, maybe sometimes 24/7. Yeah, we are now in a virtual world or with these emotionless machines. So that could lead us into different side effects. Or maybe working with the machines, we also sometimes turn into like a machine. So no emotions. Or rather than forgetting our real life fear, we may be into the virtual world. So we forget what's happening in the real world. But maybe sometimes because workplace also with the machine systems. Even after that, so now most of our hobby or the leisure time, also what we do. Okay, now a break was given. So how many of you were browsing on your phone? Maybe some of you good. Okay, stand up when somewhere else add a tea or something came good. But just think, how many of you were in the break? Okay, it was we were in the teams, but then a break was given. Again, what we were doing, whether we were on our phone or something else. So yeah, with the job, with our day-to-day life, necessarily, unnecessarily, we are in this working condition with the machine. So that could sometimes turn us also into a machine or take us into this virtual world. We may be moving, we may be living in a virtual world. So that issue is there. So similarly, when we are working with machines in organizations, especially in businesses, yeah, there's going to be a threat to our individuality. Or maybe we can put it like the skills gap. Or maybe now we can say there is no skill gap or no any individuality of each and every person, no any speciality. Because why? Same or maybe the same system. Maybe we know individually we may have different capacities, different levels, competencies we have. But at the end of the day, what is mainly going to happen? We all use the same system. So the same set of input we all put, same processes we are doing, and the same output is being generated by anyone. So even though some person is higher, they have different competencies, some people have low competencies, still at the end of the day, system does the work. So there's no any speciality between the people or there's no any differences. The individuality of the people may go down. So the skills gap getting reduced. So for the organization, it's good. Or maybe what will happen, only the good people, only the productivity is there. But now even from a lower capacity person, they can get high productivity because of the system. So to the business, to the organization, it will be good. But individually, when we are separately thinking about each and every person, then yes, there is going to be a little bit of an issue in the individuality. And just maybe when we come to people, some may be struggling into moving into the digital transformation. But I think now with this new era, with this new generation, that problem is very much lesser, turning into or transforming into digital environment because they are born with the digitalized world, or they are born in a digitalized world, everything. But maybe some maybe still no. So yeah, transferring into the digitalization or getting familiar with the systems automations working on. Some may be okay with that, some may be still having some issues. So yeah, could be a small threat to the individuality, especially the skill gap when it comes to organizations, businesses, where everyone may be treated like same because everyone uses the same system. Then yes, there's another challenge, very concerned one, the health related issues. So we know we work with the systems, we spend our leisure time, the free time with the systems, we sleep with the systems. So or maybe front of a computer or maybe with our smartphone, so definitely health related issues going to come. So now lectures also, yeah, we have now online. So yeah, maybe our arms, neck, the muscles could get damaged as we are typing a lot, or maybe our neck issues could happen. The back strain as we are sitting for a long period of time in the same place. Even for our eyesight, it may not be good. And stress. So mental stress also could be an issue. Some of them. So we know there are many health issues. So some key health related issues could be when we are working with the computers or when we are working with the system. So what we can do for this health related problems. So what could be some solutions? So there's this one of the factors, a science actually, we are calling it ergonomics, or maybe the human factors engineering, the ergonomics. So here what happens, so here what we say, how we can design our workplace, the environment in an healthy way. So if we are keeping our workplace in a safety way, that's what we are calling the human factors engineering or ergonomic. So in a pleasant, a safe place, a comfortable place, and even a pleasant workplace to work on. So employees will be happily or with a stress relief way or with more safety, they will be able to work there. So definitely that will improve the productivity. So simply we can think, okay, so in the ergonomics, even it's there, how we will be arranging a table. So if you are a right hand person, so yeah, the things which we regularly take should be on the right hand. Left that side. So in order to take them, maybe we have to spend some effort. So it may be a issue, or maybe with the left hand we are unable to do that. So the things which we usually use may be the right side, and the less frequently used ones, maybe we can arrange them in the left side. So even these small things, how we can create the place in a comfortable way, or maybe a safety place, or which will be pleasant. So let's assume your office room has been painted with dark red color. Then what will happen? Or maybe a dark green color. So not these nice greens. අර තියෙන්නේ cartoon වගේ dark green, maybe a dark red, it has been painted. So we can understand it's not going to be a pleasant feeling. So
Excuse
sitting
me,
in
madam.
front of, yes, Buddha.
Again, the slides are not moving.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Buddha. I will try. I will share again. Right. So yes. So we are thinking about our workplace. Yeah. So maybe like this. දැන් මම දාලා තියෙන්නේ blue color එකක්, blue the green the දන්නේ නැති color එකක්. ඒ වගේ blue the green කියලා දන්නේ නැති color එකක්. We have painted our office room. Then yeah, so maybe a small picture here in the slide, it's okay. But if it's going to be a paint, a wall, yes, we get the idea. It's not going to be pleasant or something uncomfortable. So that's why I think most of the office, the buildings you may have seen, mostly they will be in white or maybe very light color. Maybe the back or maybe the front side. In the outside, they may be painting with red, green. The office colors could be the theme colors. But inside, mostly it will be white, which gives us a freedom or a pleasant place to work on with. And in the ergonomics, even we can consider another thing. So now you all going to check how you all are sitting. So now I think you all are sitting in front of your computers or maybe in front of your smartphones. How you are sitting. පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න හිතලා බලන්න කොහොමද ඉඳගෙන ඉන්නේ කියලා. Or maybe no, some of you are on your bed, So yeah. So we say now we get the muscle pains, neck pain, back pain, arm pains. Yes. Why? Or maybe what could be one of the reason are sitting posture. Whether we are sitting in the correct way. So ergonomics even tells us that how we have to sit. So maybe with the then පොඩ්ඩක් හිතලා බලන්න කොහොමද ඉඳගෙන ඉන්නේ කියලා. So the back support we should be lean on that, and even the height of the table, the chair. So that's why mostly office chairs, they are this particular chair where we can adjust the height, because we know each and every person's are we are different heights. So yeah, that's why we have the chairs where we can adjust it. So we can keep our feet flat on the floor. Arms, whether they are directly with the correct alignment with the table, and even our computer screen. So how far it is, or whether it's very near to us, how big it is, or how small it is. So these things are there. So yeah, even sitting, if we sit, yes, we may have to sit 8 hours, 9 hours in a place in our organization. But if you are sitting in a proper way, maybe these health related issues could be lesser. We can reduce them. So even this comes under ergonomics. So maybe arranging the table, arranging our chair where we are keeping our laptop, starting from that, the pleasant. So maybe how the paint. So that's why now in many organizations they have these indoor plants, green, just to give some green things to the high. So those kind of things, yes, we have. So in a proper way, we design our workplace so it will be a pleasantable, comfortable, safe place for the employees to work. So ergonomics will be talking about the design of the workplace or the workstation or the computers and even the softwares. So even the software, so we call this user-friendly software, so which are good for our eyes, or maybe website open karna, maybe fully black. Letters also black. So those are art for our eyes. So yeah, we know in an user-friendly way how even the softwares are being created, they also come under ergonomics. So this is about designing the workplace. But only having a good workplace is not enough. Our work or maybe our job also needs to be in a proper way. So that's why we say the job design. So workplace design comes from the ergonomics, but we have to think about the job design also. So that means you may have heard, I think you studied HR or studying. So you know about this job rotation, job enrichment. So the job design. So why does we call about this job rotation? Because if we are going to do the same job repeatedly, over and over for a long period of time, definitely we are going to get bored. So there should be some challenge or there should be something new for us to do. So that's why after a considerable amount of time, we change the job. So job rotation. Or maybe the job enrichment. We try to give them more authority, or maybe something new we are adding to their job. So it will be a new thing for them to do rather than doing the same thing. So yes, in order to make sure of the maybe the mental health or the even the physical health, the workplace and the job needs to be designed in a proper way. So we can make sure these health related issues mostly we can reduce. So here both have to play a part. The organizations, businesses, definitely they have to create their workplace in a safety way with this ergonomics. And even individually, we also maybe can take some few steps in order to reduce this health related issues. So yeah, these are kind of the main categories where the problems are. So employment, when we are using IT or IS, employment related issues or privacy related issues. So there could be the crimes, criminal related issues could occur, and even there could be issues related to the individuality or the working conditions and health related issues. So we have discussed about some of these issues and some ways as an organization or maybe as an individual what we can do, right? So from there we are moving, yes, to the next topic. So yes, you can come with a new blank page, but yeah, don't delete your history. වෙනකන් ඉගෙන ගත්ත දේවල් ටික delete කරන්න එපා. Maybe after exams you can delete the past, and with new pages you can go to your new semester to the next level. To the moment, maybe no. Right. We'll see some challenges related with ethics or ethical business issues. So commonly when we say ethical issues, there could be issues related to equity, rights, honesty, and exercise of corporate power. So these are the kind of the categories in ethical related ones. So there you can see we have given many. So commonly all ethical related business issues. But you can see few we have bold. So those are related with the IS ethical issues. So we are not going to talk about salaries. Yeah, salaries definitely the ethical issue. Maybe we are in the same position, but different people getting different salaries. So those are ethical related issues. So likewise, you can see all the ethical issues are there, but we have bolded only the technology related ethical issues, and we will be focusing on them. So in each category, one we have selected. So we'll see what these ethical related issues are. Yeah. So the first one, intellectual property right. So same, we were talking about intellectual theft. Same here, intellectual property right in a business scenario. Maybe other people's idea. So in a meeting, we are talking, or maybe personally we talk with a friend or maybe with a colleague, and maybe we are sharing some data, information ideas. Manager simple terms. Or likewise, maybe someone else ideas or someone else things, could be maybe someone's rights. It's their information, business strategy idea. If you are going to use them in an wrong way, then yes, it's ethical related controversy issue, intellectual property right. And then just we know about the privacy, so customer and employee privacy even. So we collect data and we use it for our purposes. So maybe we say we are using it to enhance the customer experience. The customer data collect කරලා ඒක analyze කරලා customer value එක දෙන්නේ. Again, we know when to, how the customer likes, what they like. Accordingly, we are providing the service. But still, ethically collecting their data may be an ethical related problem. Even employee data. So we say we are collecting employee data to again analyze and find the best for the employee, but still we are collecting their data. So customer employee privacy is there. And the security of the company record. So this comes to the employee side. From the employer, maybe we can think. So this is each and every employees are ethical way. So yes, maybe most of you are in the accounting division department. So for this, or maybe you could be in the different departments, but you may be having the right, so you may have been given this confidential information into your hands to work on. So those confidential information, how we are dealing with them? Are we ethically dealing with them? Are we only working with them? Are we sharing with others? So the security of the company records, so all the budget, including the strategies, everything to the employees as it comes. So how ethically they are going to behave with them. So the security of the company records, that depends on the employee. And just again, we looked about a little bit about this also, the workplace safety. So we say, yeah, so the organization needs to arrange, or they need to provide a pleasant, a safe working place with this ergonomics. So sometimes the organization say, yes, we gave a chair, we have given them a table. So everything high. But ethically, whether that chair and table are suitable for this particular person. So as we now looked earlier, whether the height or whether the chair is a proper chair to be seated for a long time. So those are there. Or maybe the company could say, oh, we have painted the room, but whether it has been painted in a proper way. So even the small things, maybe they are providing, but whether they are providing the correct ones or the suitable ones, the proper ones, so that ethical related ones. So these ethical related issues are there. So when we say ethical issues, sometimes we can't put them into wrong or right. So it should be coming from inside, ethically, with our moral, how we are going to be. So even the employee and the employers or the management, the organization. So how these organizations or the businesses will be able to take some ethical decisions. So when the business issues coming, how they are going to take some ethical related or related decisions. So yeah, if an organization needs to take some ethical decisions, there are three theories they can follow. So commonly any organization can follow. So these theories may be related to the technology or even commonly to take any decision, they can go with these three theories. So first we say the stockholder theory. The stockholder theory. So here what's going to happen? So we know the stockholders or the shareholders, the investors, right? So we say, according to the stockholder theory, whatever decision is being made, it should be satisfying the stockholder or the shareholder. So that means there should be a profit. So that's what shareholders will be needing. So yeah, the decisions we take should be satisfying the shareholder. Accordingly, we have to take the decision. So that's the first theory. Fine. But we can't only follow the first theory. Whatever we do, we get a profit, we are going to satisfy our shareholder. We can't. Profit no. Because why? With the stockholder theory, there is a second theory too. Stakeholder theory. So here we have to satisfy our stakeholders. So we know the stakeholders, the third parties, or the people who are related, who are interested with the organization. So it could be the customers, suppliers, employees, or these unions, the government, even the competitors. Yes, could be. So now we say the stakeholder theory when we are taking a decision that should be satisfying all our stakeholders also. So first theory told we have to satisfy our shareholders. So we think, okay, we are going to do it in a profitable way. But now, when we are taking that decision, we have to consider the stakeholder also. So now we say, okay, maybe we are selling a product in order to get the profit, but that product should be a quality product to the customer. We have to satisfy the customer too. So we can't just sell a low quality product and earn more profit and only satisfy the shareholder. Now we have to satisfy our stakeholders. So maybe yes, good quality product we sell. So we are satisfying this customer. Same time we earn the profit and we satisfy the stockholder or the shareholder too. Or maybe whether we are following the rules, regulations related to the policies, related to the government or the unions, even to our employees, in order to maybe to produce quality product. We can't make our employees work 24/7 or without giving them any benefits. So could not be. Even our employees could be taken into consideration. So that says the stakeholder theory. So with the stockholder theory, we have to consider the stakeholder theory too, satisfying our stakeholders. And with that, a third one is also there, social contract theory. So when we say social contract, so it's not any, or maybe we can put it like not a legalized one. Also, when we say an agreement, yes, it's a legal. We sign and we come for a contract. But this we are saying as the social contract. So nothing like anything written, agreement written, signed, legal one. But we are living in a society. No one lives in a vacuum or individually. We are in a society. So there are some kind of the rules or maybe some things which we follow. So for example, let's assume we all are seated in a bus. So we are sitting. So we got a seat and we are happily sitting. And the bus is full, no more seats available. Now what happens? Maybe a pregnant mother is climbing to the bus. Right. So what we are going to do? Yeah, most of us maybe දැක්කේ නෑ වගේ ඒ පැත්ත බලා ගන්නවා. or maybe යා නිදා ගන්නවා වගේ ඇස් දෙක වා ගන්නවා. or maybe එතකොට තමයි අන්න call එකක් ආවා message එකක් ආවා අපි දැක්කේ නෑ. maybe. or very good of us are there who will be providing us it, giving us it. So in this place, providing the seat, whether it's a legal thing, pregnant mother කෙනෙක් බස් එකට නැග්ගොත් seat එකක් දෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා කොයි හරි ලියලා තියෙනවද legally whether we have the rule? No. So if you are not going to give the seat, that's also legally not wrong. Legally කවුරුත් කියලා නැහැ pregnant mother කෙනෙක් ආවම seat එක දෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා. But or maybe we can't even go for a court or put a case. We can't. But we give. Some of us maybe like sleeping, acting, but mostly we give the seat. Why? It's a social contract. No any written document is there, or we have not put an agreement saying for the pregnant mothers we will give the seat, but still we give. So those are the social contracts. So when we are living in the society, when we are living with others, yes, we follow some contract or some rules, some policies. We will be following them. So organizations also, yes, the rules, regulations, the policies they have to follow. But with that, even society related or social contracts also they have to follow. Maybe simply maybe about the pollution, polluting, where we are polluting, or could be the sound, or maybe could be even their product. Whether their product is a negative impact to the organization, to the society. So they have to think about that. So with that, whatever they do should be a good thing to the society, to the people around them. So that is maybe not any legalized one, but organizations should be following them. So yes, if organizations are going to follow these three theories, accordingly if they take the decisions, they will be definitely ethical related decisions. Ethical decisions they may be. So these three theories, yes, even when we are using a technology or when we are going to use a system, IT, we may be able to use them, but even commonly we can use this. But just now we are going to see these principles are technology ethics, principles of technology ethics. So these are mainly given or maybe specialized for technology related. Right. So 4 principles are there related to the technology ethics. Let's see what they are. So first one we say proportionality. So that means we know when we are using a technology or a system going to get the support of IT. As all these times we were looking, there are advantages and disadvantages. Good and bad is there. But before we start using a technology or before we start using or moving into a system, we have to check the proportion of good and bad, which is high or lower. So when we are checking, if the good proportion is high, we can use it. We can implement that. But in case, if the bad effects, the harmful effects are higher than the good one, then we are not, or we may not be able to use that. We should not use that. Maybe implementing a system or going to use a technology. So we check the proportion, good and bad. And if good proportion is high, we can use them. If the bad proportion is high, we should not be using them. So that's the proportionality. Then yes, we have these second one, the informed consent. So that is also here and there we have discussed about that. So before we use a technology or before we use a system or maybe before we select, yeah. Right, sorry. Yes, so informed consent. So yeah, before we use a system or before maybe even collect the data, we should inform the user about it. So that's why one of the good thing is websites using cookies. Yeah, they use cookies to collect the data, but what they do, When we are browsing, they tell us we are using cookies. The site use cookies, and they are informing us and taking our consent. Okay, we say yes. Okay, you use my data. So we block, we customize. So that's one way. Or maybe all the softwares. So mainly all these softwares, what will happen when we are going to install them? Yes, there is this agreement. So mostly what we do here one in NAC. It's a big agreement. The privacy policies they have. අපි බලන්නෙම නෑ. Yes, අර tick කරනවා box එකේ I agree to the rules, the policies, privacy policies, settings and everything, and we install and we go on. But from their perspective, or maybe from the company side, they are informing us these are our privacy policies. So maybe they are telling we are collecting your data and we are using it for this purpose, and they are getting an agreement. We are the people who are giving the agreement to collect our data. So from company side, from the business side, ethically they inform us these are the things. So that is important, ethically doing that. Yes, after giving the information or after informing the user, this is how the technology works, so this is what we are going to do, then yes, with the user's consent, we can use the system, we can implement that. So that is the second one. Then justice. So that means we know when we are using systems, benefits there, harmful things also there. So what does the justice says here? Okay, we use the system, we enjoy the benefit. Then, if there are some harmful things, that also we may have to face. Enjoy විතරක් කරගෙන යන්න බෑ. The drawbacks also we may have to face. But there is a person who did not enjoy the benefits. So that means he or she has not used the system, and even the good advantages, they have not used them, they have not received them. Then we can't allow them to be only affected by the harmful things. So there should be a justice. You enjoy, and then the drawbacks also you enjoy. But no, they haven't used the system, they have not got any benefits from the system. Then even the harmful things should not be affecting them. So that we have to be very careful on who will be affected through these harmful effects. In a justice way, we have to do that. And then the risk. So that could be for a technology, or even we know for any project, we try to minimize the risk. So we know before we implement, before we come, we calculate the risk. Then yes, we have to take, if there are 2-3 opportunities, we know we go with the minimal risk opportunity, or with the project we will be going on. So as much as possible, rather than starting and going and then feel if falling onto it, we have to try to risk. So we know we do this risk analysis and those things, and we try to minimize the risk. Or if there are options, we go with the minimized risk option. So these are related to the technology ethics. So some principles, so organizations which they can use when they need to implement, or when they need to use the technology or the system. So yeah, related with the technology ethics. Then yes, we are going to look about some security management tools. So I think here also few you maybe know it. So maybe take some time and see whether there are any known ones by you all. Again, some may be in individual level, some may be in organization, business level. But yeah, maybe few of them you maybe know it. So just check whether you know any of these security management tools. Right. So I'm pretty sure there are things which you know. Yeah, the very first one, um, virtual private network, or which is very well known by us as VPN. So I'm pretty sure we all have used VPN. Um, yeah, so why we used කියන එක ethical ද නැද්ද දන්නේ නැහැ. දන්නේ නැහැ නෙමෙයි ethical නම් නෙමෙයි. I think mostly when we may have used it in when these East attacks happened, or maybe after these some issues happened and they blocked the social medias, those things. And අපි මොකද කරේ? Government blocked the social media. We used VPN to get connected. So yeah, ඒක හරි වැරදි කියන්න බෑ. Okay, but VPN is not only just a tool which help us to do this illegal works or the fraud works, but even for the good purpose or to the security related purpose, we can use the VPN. Organizations are using the VPN. So let's say we are going to have maybe a very confidential meeting. So maybe an online meeting, confidential one. So if the competitors or maybe if the third parties get to know about that, what could happen? Yeah, so maybe our teams. Okay, so what they could do, if they know the link, or maybe they can hack our system and get to know if with our IP addresses. But if we use a VPN to get connected, then what's going to happen for the third parties, for these hackers? It's going to be hard to identify our place, or maybe our IP address. Because why? We maybe you going through maybe like Uganda IP address Kyrgyzstan IP address VPN. So it may not be Sri Lanka, so it's hard to identify them. Or maybe not the other countries. Or maybe again, when we are sharing very confidential information, yes, we can use a VPN. So the third parties or these hackers may not be able to find that. So yeah, for a security related purpose, definitely we can use the VPN. Then the firewalls. Yeah, so again we know organizations for their systems as a safeguard, like a safe wall. They have the firewall. So again, in order to protect the systems from these hackers, from the third parties, from this illegal authorization. So yeah, easily they may not be able to come into the system or access the system. They may have to first, the layers of security is there, so they have to break them and come in. So firewalls. Then yes, network security protocol. So especially when the internet, when we are working on it, we have these network security protocols. Different protocols are there. So we call IP protocol, or maybe even file protocol, FTP, file transfer protocol. Or even you may have seen our websites are starting the link, the address HTTPS, hypertext markup security. So HTTPS is also there. So S stands for the security. So if we make sure when we are on the website, so when we are using those links, it's provide us safety. Security is there. But earlier, the websites were, sometimes you also may have seen, but now mostly no. But earlier the websites were with only HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. No any safety. So sometimes you may have seen now almost all have got the safety, the security, but earlier we had HTTP. But now it goes with HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol security. So likewise, when we are working with the internet online, security protocols are there. And then yes, we know about the encryption. So we have talked about that. When we are sending online messages, emails, they will be safe, or they will be coded. So again, the third party may not be able to access. Even though they access, they do not know what is the real messages. So we can encrypt. And then we can access control. So we usually say organizations, okay, maybe we are using an ERP, CRM, or information systems, and everyone access the same system. Or maybe the entire organization, all the departments access the same system. Or maybe this different, even the top, middle, lower management, everyone access the same system. We say so. But still, we will be accessing the, or maybe we will be controlling the access. So even though we all get connected to the same system, all may not be able to access everything. So even simply if we take our LMS, we know. So yeah, yes, you and me or the students, lecturers, both access the same LMS, but our control levels are different. So from student side, yes, they can download the materials, but from their side, if they need to upload anything, so can you just upload a PDF or a PowerPoint there? No, there should be a assignment or maybe a module created, activity created, then only through that link you can access, upload something else. Like upload but from the teacher view, teacher access, yeah, it has been given. Okay, you can upload the lecture material, so you can create these several things and you can work on it. So yes, likewise, we refer the access control. So even though we say, even similar with the organizations, the top, middle, low, everyone access and use the same system. But what parts they can access, what are their activities, that will be limited. So that is there. And yes, here we have the security software tools. Maybe simply we can consider an antivirus software, security software tool. So antivirus software, which will make sure or which will provide the safety to our computing resources. So yeah, that is the software, security software tools. And again, here we have the proxy agents or system. So again, kind of we can call it like a checkpoint. So once we log into a system, rather than it allows us to directly go to the system access, these proxy agents or proxy systems are there. So it's like a checkpoint. They will check whether this access is coming from a reliable source, whether this IP address seems okay, then they allow. So that's why sometimes we also may have experienced this for the first time. When we are logging, sometimes we are unable to log in, or maybe just no need to log in, just even we are browsing, we may not be redirected, we may get denied, but again we are able to, because why? This proxy agents or systems, the checkpoint, so they just stop us a little bit and they will make sure, okay, we can allow this person to log in, then they will allow. So that means mostly they are checking our IP address and considering whether it's okay to make this person log in. So that is there. Then yes, the authentication. So again, the authentication, simply we can say the user credentials, providing username, password. So again, system is there, but we know all can't access. So when it comes to systems, only the people who are having the user login, so the user credentials, the correct username, password can access. So we provide the authentication and make sure only the relevant people, authorized people are able to access the system. So that is there. And then yes, we have the intrusion detection systems. So in the intrusion detection systems, what happened? They will be checking the systems. They will be checking whether any intrusions or maybe whether any things, uncommon activities are happening in the system. So for example, we know very well, we may have experienced with the Gmail or with the Google account. So in case, for in another device, in another computer, if we log into a Gmail, what happens? I think verification code එකක් යවනවා අපේ mobile එකට, නැත්නම් it will ask, send us an email, and okay, verification code එක යවන එක හරි. After that, what it will do, I think like 2 emails or something coming from the Gmail for our account saying we identified login through this particular device or from this particular place time. Is that you or not the so why? It has identified an uncommon login because it knows Google ne මම හිතන්නේ අපේ ගෙදර කට්ටියට වඩා Google අපි හොඳට දැනගෙන ඉන්නේ. The Gmail Google they know. මෙයා හැමදාම log වෙන්නේ මේ device එකේ. So today why the person logged into using a different device? So it may think it's an intrusion. Maybe someone else is trying to log in. So that's why it's killing us. So for the good. Same maybe could be the LMS or even could be these ATMs. The PIN number, the password. So if we forget, or maybe if we are going to type the password wrongly for 2-3 times, yes, we know even the LMS gets locked. So if you are using your wrong password, trying to log in through your password for maybe like 4 or 5 times, it get logged. Same ATM also we know. So if you are using the PIN for wrongly like 2-3 times, again that the card also get blocked inside. So we know. So here what is happening? They detect an intrusion. So some uncommon activities they detect, and accordingly they take the needful activities, so the needful actions to prevent the intrusion. So yeah, likewise, so maybe not individually these are, but commonly all the businesses, the organizations, they can use these different security tools in order to manage their security of their systems and of their technology. So yes, throughout the lesson, we discussed about these different challenges, and here and there we have discussed about some ways how we can overcome them. So mostly we were talking about from the business point of view or maybe from an organization point of view. But yes, some things even individually me and you also can do. So yeah, commonly the challenges when we are using systems, it could be ethical related challenges, security related challenges, or privacy related, social related challenges, and how we can overcome them. So with that, we are coming to the end of the lesson. And yes, as usual, there is a case study, but I'm wondering how we are going to do that. I can ask you to do it or check it and come. Yes. So already one case study is pending. So the second one is also now going to be there. So yes, what we'll do, or shall we take some time and individually shall we look into that? නැත්තම් හොඳ ළමයි බලන් එනවද next class එකට?
हाँ madam.
Oh, which? Yes, පුතා.
බලන් එන්න madam.
Okay. So it's Chatura, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So ගිය පාරත් චතුර තමයි කිව්වේ. Good. Okay. So with Chatura's agreement, social contract, අපි legal agreement එකක් දැම්මේ නැහැ, but අපි social contract එකක් දානවා. Everyone needs to look into and come. උදානි නා වෙලා විතරක් මදි. Yeah, social contract එක අපි කරගෙන එමු. Right. So in that case, so case study has been uploaded to the LMS. Yeah, please have a look and come. So we can get an idea about that. Fine. And I think about the group presentations, I have updated the groups there. And I got to know, yeah, so your numbers, I think you received your new numbers, neither. So hereafter, we will be going with your new numbers. Yeah, again, a small number change. BSc, it comes on. And small changes have been happened to your numbers, but yeah, we are going with the new numbers. Digit එකෙත් මාරු වෙන්න පුළුවන්. But I think I have put the old numbers because when I was putting you into the groups, I didn't get I wasn't aware about the new number.
Madam.
So yes, Puta.
My name not in the list.
Yes, I received an email. It's from you, Puta Jayasinghe. Hari. Maybe with the number change, I had a confusion. I will double check, Puta. So, and I will double check. So others with the names, I think there's no any issue. Number ගැන හිතන්න එපා, මම number එක update කරන්න. But your names are there. So with your names, your groups are correct. Yes, Puta Kauda, Jayasinghe. Yeah, sorry, maybe I have missed that with the confusion of numbers. I will double check and I will update your name for a group. Right. So
Also madam,
yeah.
There is someone, he is not planning to continue the course. And
Also,
he's
his name is
yeah.
in the list, the Puta, in a group.
Yeah.
Can you please drop me an email? පුතා කවුද කියලා එතකොට මට ලේසි.
Sure.
මම හිතන්නේ එතකොට ජයසිංහ වලට මාරු කරලා යාව දැම්මද දන්නේ. I'm so sorry. Okay. Please mention that name and send me an email, Puta. Then I will update. Yeah, I will look into that. Other than that, all the others are fine, right? And we are planning for 25th. I think that's what we were discussed in the last class. So no report. Only you have to do a presentation. So presentation slides you have to prepare. Report adala ඔයගලන් දැන් හොඳටම දන්නවනේ reports හදාන්න. So no need a report. Just a presentation you have to do. Yeah. So yeah.
Is there a possibility of postponing the deadline?
Why, Puta?
Because we have presentations and reports for other subjects.
So on 25th you have presentations.
Yeah.
Yeah. එමනම් එතකොට අපි 18th ම කරමුද?
18th.
Oh, going for 3rd March. නේ එම නැත්නම් yeah, 3rd March.
Yeah.
So all are okay with 3rd March?
Sorry, madam?
3rd of March.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will update that also. Fine, then we are moving 1 week back, postponing. So 3rd of March it will be. And yes, other things accordingly we can do. Okay then, so as you all have agreed to study this case study from home, we will wind up the class. And just next week, next week also cricket. Okay, fine. We'll enjoy the next week. Then week after we'll continue. And yes, so I will do the changes to the groups. පුතා මට පොඩ්ඩක් කවුද අර මිස් මේ drop වෙච්ච කෙනාගේ නම පොඩ්ඩක් මට email එකක් දාන්න චතුර. And the other things I will update again. And yes, the presentations will be on 3rd. Right. So anything else? Anyone?
I have one more question.
Yes, Puta.
When is the deadline for upload the presentation into LMS?
Yeah, so then that will be, so if you are having the presentations on 3rd of March, before the presentation starts, so that means 3rd March, 1 p.m. will be the deadline.
Okay, ma'am. Is there any further instruction like in everybody have to present the presentation or one person present presentation likewise?
Instructions have been updated to the LMS, Puta. So it says all the group members need to present.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And yes, another instruction also has been given. No any sheets, smartphones you can have in your hands. With free hands you have to present. Yeah, so those are the main 2 ones, and around 20 minutes. So we go for a 20 minutes presentation. Accordingly, you can decide the content, how many slides you can decide on.
Teacher.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Puta.
Teacher, is there anyone marking capturing these attendance and all for these online participants?
Yes, Puta. So as we know, one of our staff member may have logged in between. So yeah, I also didn't notice the presentation slides was there, but we have instructed for one of our staff member to log in and take the attendance. Attendance means they will check your names and they will mark present the කියලා අන්නේ. So that's why I told log in with a proper name or with your proper student number. දැන් උදානි මම දන්නේ නැහැ උදානිගේ attendance එක mark වුණාද කියලා. Hari, so make sure for online log in with a proper name, proper username. But in the other way, we can get the attendance report also through Teams. Teams එකේ අපිට attendance report එකක් download කරගන්නත් පුළුවන්. But again, one of our staff member have logged in. දකින්න ඇති කවුරු හරි මම දැක්කේ නැහැ, but it has been taken to that.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Yes, any other clarifications? Yes, Sudhani, you are going to say something. You are unmuted.
No, madam.
Okay, right. උදානිගේ attendance එක නම් මම දන්නේ නෑ අන්න ආයෙත් කිව්වා. Right, okay. Fine. So even in future for when you are logging, make sure you are logging with, because I now know Udani කියලා මම දන්නවා. But still I know Udani, I don't know your number පුතා. එහෙම එකක් තියෙනවනේ ඔයාගේ දැන් name with initial ආවම I don't know. Individually I know you are. So right. So yeah, with these things we'll meet on 11th. Yeah, for the cricket field start. Then yes, on 18th for our lectures and we'll continue. So presentation things I will update. Okay then everyone. So enjoy your day. Maybe any of you getting holiday tomorrow? අපිට නම් holiday එකක් තියෙනවා. So we are going to enjoy tomorrow too. So you guys also enjoy the week. Get ready, practice for the cricket. We'll meet next week then. Okay, then see you all.